please welcome to the stage Elisa Ryan. My name is Elisa. A lot of people can't get my name right though. A lot of people, I don't know why. It's just Elisa, E-L-I-S-A. It's just Lisa with an E on it. But for some reason, most people can get Lisa, but put a vowel on it, everybody starts losing their minds. Starts calling me Elisa, Eliza, Alicia, Elise, dumb mole. I know. I told my mum to stop calling me that. Yeah. I don't know if anyone else has got one of those names, but where you give your name to and you get a coffee or get some order some food and they don't get it right. So I get that all the time. So last time I ordered food down at the Twilight Market, I just said, my name's E. He looked me dead in the eye and he said, how do you spell that? I said, it's E-E-E-E-E-E. But the fifth E is silent. 10 minutes later, this smart-ass Italian gets my Nokia out and he says, E! E! Joke's on me, right? Yeah, so I learnt myself the hard way. I am a mum because the withdrawal method doesn't work. My daughter came about by her dad pulling out. And I don't hide the fact from her that she was conceived with pre-cum. She's actually quite proud of it. She's not a particularly sporty person, but it's the only race she ever won. She's like the Stephen Bradbury of sperm, you know? I've got that wrong a couple of times, haven't I, Alex? I accidentally said Stephen Hawking once or twice. Got my Stephens mixed up. That wasn't good. But I'm thinking now about it. She's actually probably the Kieran Perkins of sperm, really. She's more like a long-distance swimmer because she had to swim a long way while an opposite tide was going, you know. So I think she's more like a Kieran Perkins of sperm. Just check my notes. Busy woman. So I am divorced. I was a teen mum. Oh, no, but just before I talk about that, I'll give you a bit more about my daughter. She's 26 and I can see what you're thinking. You're thinking, doing the math in your head, aren't you? You're thinking, well, she's probably in her early 40s, so that would probably... that would make her a slut. I was a teen mum, but I did the right thing and I got married and then I got divorced. So I am divorced, but don't worry, it runs in our family. My mum's divorced, my mum's mum's divorced, and my mum's mum ran off with another guy. We never saw him again. Sluts also run in our family. Yeah. I remember when I got divorced, absolute true story. I was working at a jewellery store at the time and I was pretty jaded and angry while I was working there. And I remember all these loved up couples coming in buying like engagement rings, and I just wanted to save those women from the overwhelming emotional pain and heartbreak they were going to endure. So I kind of put some subliminal messages into the sales pitch every now and then. I'm like, this diamond is a colour D, run. 1.25 carat, run. And the clarity, if you had any clarity, you'd run. You'd buy this on our generous sales plan. Thank you. And if that didn't work, on the quote that I gave her, I just write, that guy gave my friend herpes. I don't know, it made me feel better. I got fired from that job. I actually did though, I really did, because it wasn't in a good place at that time. So, I'm single. Yep, I know it's hard to imagine, but I am single. I was in a long-distance relationship a couple of years ago now, but it was just really hard through COVID. You know, it was just really hard with all, you know, the lockdowns, to see each other with all the border closures, to get over to the Eastern Shore. Like, that Tasman Bridge was a real cock blocker. So I am single. I haven't had much luck in the romance department for the last life, you know. Don't feel sorry for me, it's okay. I've had a lot of fun during the time. So, I haven't had much luck, but this year I've decided to focus more on me. Just focus more on me, and I've given myself a commitment to stay single for the whole year. And what's with that? I know that's going to be hard for a slightly chubby 40-year-old something ginger with 2 dependent adult children at home, but I am committed to the cause. I am. I'll fight them off with a stick. Maybe a small twig will do, but that's okay. I think I've got it. No, but I will actually break this oath, though, if someone in Hobart can meet my high standards. I mean, they'd have to own their own home, live in a house, any house, their mum's house. I don't care. Like a shed. Okay, a shed, right? They'd have to live in a shed. But they'd also have to have a really good job, or had one once. Looking for one. They have to be looking for a job. They also have to be 6 foot. 5'10"? 5 foot. Okay, 5 foot. No, 5'4". No. Anything shorter than me. No, nothing shorter than me, because then they'd get the disability pension. That's it. It kicks in at 4'9", seriously, and I'm 5 foot. So, no. So if someone meets those very high standards, then I will break that oath. But I think I can sleep well at night, knowing that no one will. Right? Speaking about sleeping at night, anyone a good sleeper? You're a good sleeper? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not very good at sleeping lately. I think it's all the Netflix I'm watching before bed. I just worry about the characters. I think, what are they... who said yep? Did you say yep? Yep. Oh, yep. Like, what are they doing? Are they okay? What are they doing when I'm not watching them? Like, I've been watching reruns... Lauren's like not... I've been watching reruns of Seinfeld. I've been lying awake thinking... What does the inside of Kramer's apartment really look like? And why don't Jerry, George and Elaine go over there? Like, why don't they? I've been watching a lot of Yellowstone. Any Yellowstoners in the house? Give me a hoy. You're my people. Anyone know what Yellowstone's about, right? It's a bit about cowboys, like chasing horses, biting hooves. Like, big, rough, tough cowboys. I was watching Yellowstone the other night, and Beth and Summer, sorry if I ruined this episode, Beth and Summer, which are the wives of these 2 big cowboys, they get into this big punch-up, and I started worrying, like the episode finished, is Summer okay? Is she in pain? Does Beth regret throwing that first punch? What does Rip think? Rip's her partner, big boisterous cowboy. Is he angry with her? Then I started thinking about Rip. Started thinking about Rip. He's like my perfect man. He's appropriately hairy, employed, fictional. Started thinking about Rip. Started looking in the left-hand drawer. Oh, sorry, that's your left-hand drawer. Remembered I left it in the right-hand drawer. Got it out of the right-hand drawer. Started Googling pictures of Rip just to help me along, just to give me that really good visual aspect. Then, bam! Fantasy totally gone, because turns out Rip is actually a clean-shaven actor called Cole Hauser.
Yuck.
Like, ginger. I know, I've got nothing against gingers, right? Because I am a ginger. But 2 gingers, we just don't lust after one another. We just don't go together. We're like Mexican food and tight jeans. or two people with arts degrees. We don't work. Like, yeah, so I don't watch Netflix before I go to sleep anymore. So now what I do to go to sleep is I just think about that chick telling her boyfriend, I can't believe she gave her herpes! And then I sleep like a baby. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy your night. I've been and you've got an amazing lot of comics. Happy birthday, Lauren. Big love to the salty dog.